What's going on, guys? And by the creepy music, you probably expect me to be playing some Halloween game, but no, I'm on TheForest. It's a Steam that was released on. It's not a Steam. It's a game that was released on Steam not too long ago. I bought it when it was first released, like the day or the day after, and I just really couldn't get into the game. It was just really hard to survive. So now that they've been through 9 or 8 updates so far, main updates, the game has changed quite a bit. And I just played it a bit a few minutes ago, and I was going to record that, but the recording was over an hour long, and I didn't really get anything talked about in the game. So what I plan on doing is doing maybe short 30-minute clips, or just however long it takes to complete each little objective that I want to talk about. So the first one, it's going to be basically, the basics, what you want to do, how you can go about completing that faster, and just all around better places and to really build at, and places to where you can get materials that may be easier to find there opposed to other places. So we'll go ahead and start the game here. If you don't want to play with mutants on your first time playing, you just kind of want to get the hang of the game, you can type in VEGANMOD. Just type it in on this main screen here, and it will basically enable vegan mode, which has no mutants in it at all. But I'm not going to do that. I want to have the full struggle of the game and just kind of prove how hard it can be to survive, or how hard it cannot be to survive in this game. And it's still in alpha, and it's $15 on Steam, which I really recommend buying it. The developers really listen to you. They listen to the community, and they've provided updates every single time when this countdown timer gets down. So in 5 days, 9 hours, 19 minutes, and 16 seconds, there will be a update released for this. And there's also A, B, and C updates, which are kind of more of hot fixes that are basically implemented in between. So we'll go ahead and hit single player here. The game loads. It tells you that it's an in development alpha build, and they have a loading thing at the top now. Before, they didn't really have anything to tell you if the game was loading or if the game was froze. I just got me a nice cold glass of Mountain Dew. I need the energy to sit here and do this. And it's very cold too. I've recently moved all my computers and stuff downstairs, and yeah, it's pretty cold down here. I have on like shorts, sweatpants over the shorts. I have on a shirt and jacket, and then I have a little small heater going below my desk here. So as you'll notice here, you can hit space to skip through this if you want to, but I'm not going to, being the first video I have posted up of TheForest. So we're in a nice little airplane here. I had my kid to the side of me. All was going well until something very strange happens. Not sure exactly what happens, but you can see it's not good. The whole front of the plane's gone. And then somehow we do survive this, but it's a miracle. So we've landed. You can see us going through the forest here, and we dig into the ground, which causes me to hit the seat, and I get knocked out. Well, moments later, we wake up, and we see this mutant standing here. He's not interested in me. I'm thinking he thinks I was dead, so he does leave me, and he takes my kid. Now, they do plan on implementing a story to this, as far as I know. So I'm thinking that you do go and rescue Timmy at some point. But right now they're trying to get the main fundamentals of the game going, which is, surviving, able to build yourself a house and whatnot. The game is only single player mode, so you can't play with your friends, but they do intend on adding in a co-op, I believe, and maybe a multiplayer in the future. So you'll see here, on this lady here, she has an axe in her chest, which is the flight attendant. So what you want to do is you want to grab the axe off her. You want to go through the plane here. You don't want to be looking in the seats to see if there's any loot. There's a drink. There's some beer, some more beer, another drink. There's some food on the ground. There's some medicine there. And there's a step meter thing. There's an actual name for this, but I just don't know what it is. But it basically monitors your heart rate, how many steps you've made. It tells you the temperature and things like that. So we'll go ahead and hit P to close that, and we'll continue on out of the airplane because there is no more use of being in here unless you kind of want to build some steps and secure your base inside of there, which I'll show you all the custom building and stuff later. So while we're out here, we kind of want to go ahead and pick up all the rocks we see laying around. And these suitcases, you have to hit them with your axe and they will crack open. And sometimes they provide some good things in them, like food, like little snack bars, cloth, which can be used in crafting later on. And you want to grab the two circuit boards here that were on this door, because you can make a bomb out of those later. And hopefully I will get to do that. If not, I will make a separate video explaining all the custom craftables and stuff, because it does take quite some time to actually obtain everything. So this first video, it's basically going to be the basic survival, what you need to get going, what you need to do, and everything to expect. I don't need a tennis ball. We'll go ahead and throw it wherever it went, probably over the moon. And we'll crack open this one more suitcase here. There are more spread out throughout the island, but I'm not going to hunt them all down. I kind of want to go ahead and bird. So I'll go and pick up all the sticks and all the rocks I can carry. And the plane will crash in different locations each time you play the game. Unless you save your game, then you will not be in the plane. But it appears I've gotten this exact same spawn location twice now, which I don't know if maybe they changed it. I do not know. But this is actually a very good place. There's a pond here that has fish in it. There's a big pond down there that has some swans in it. And then I think on over the hill over here there is another little pond area. And they've added in a lot more deers and stuff, so you can hunt those. So what we need to get going here is we need a place, just a shelter, somewhere we can save our game at or sleep. So if you hit B, it opens up the crafting book. And you can follow the introduction here, the basics of survival tutorial. And it basically tells you what you need. A shelter will store your energy. It can be used to hide from predators and also save your game. Bigger shelters can be used for storage. So a hunting shelter. What we need is 6 sticks, 4 rocks, and 8 logs. So we'll go ahead and click on the image here, and it will give us a little clear blueprint here that we can place. So I'm going to say this is a good location right here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit E to place it. And from all the rocks and things that we've already picked up earlier, we can kind of already have this thing half built. So I still need to gather 3 more sticks and 8 more logs. So these trees right here will be perfect for gathering my logs. You get 4 logs off each tree, and the trees do not respawn. So it's completely possible to deforest this whole entire map here if you have the patience to do so. So we'll go ahead and move on the side of the tree here. I don't think that has any effect on it, to be honest, of chopping the tree down, but I just do it anyways to make it seem more realistic. So we'll go ahead and work on the second tree here. And the animation is really cool. I hear walking somewhere. I was like sure. But there's sometimes, man, some really creepy music just comes out of nowhere, and it really freaks you out. And you can only carry 2 logs on your shoulder, which is kind of strange to me. I think you should be able to carry, 10. Nah, I think 1 should be all you should be able to carry. So, I mean, these are some fairly large logs, and they're fresh. They're not dried out. They're going to be, still wet inside, and they probably weigh at least 100 pounds apiece. So I don't think this little guy is able to carry that much. So that's very unrealistic of the game. I guess people would complain about it being too slow, being able to build their house. You got to pay attention to where the logs go, because they tend to like to bounce or roll a long ways away. So it's kind of hard finding them at times. Like there's 2 here, and there's 1 down there, and I cut them all the way up here. but it was on a slope, so them rolling is intended. But so now we need three more sticks. We've gathered all the logs we need just for them 2 trees. And you can get sticks from either on the ground or you can find trees like this, and you can cut them down, and you usually get enough sticks off that. That one only dropped 2 for me, but there is another one right here. So we'll go ahead and pick up all the sticks and all the rocks that are around me for the time being, because they will come in use later. And around these ponds here, you will see these spears. They're not really spears, but they're the only sticks that you can actually use to fish for. And as soon as I get my shelter built and a fire built, I will. So there we have the shelter built, so we can save the game or we can sleep, which I'm not going to do right now because I still want to get a little bit more progress done in the game before I do that. So we'll go ahead and hit B again, and we can either follow the basics of survival by hitting the step 2 down here, and you see a fire. I recommend skipping the basic fire because you cannot relight it once it's out, so it's kind of a waste. So if you want to, you can go ahead and go click up here at the top left and click on the fire icon, and you want to build a fire pit. Now, it says you need 15 rocks here to build it, but that's completely false. You do not need 15 rocks to build this. You only need 7 rocks to build it. So from some of the stuff that I've already picked up, I was able to go ahead and place it at the fire pit. So now I only need to acquire 4 more rocks and 1 more stick. So I'll go ahead and scout the area here, looking for some more rocks. So now I need to gather one more rock, and now I need to gather another stick. And my health is really low, so from the medicine that I've acquired earlier, it restores the health, so I can go ahead and eat that. So in case a mutant does come across me, he will not be able to kill me right away. And I'll talk about the first mutant encounters here pretty soon. And I may actually, once I get my game saved, I may actually show you what happens during the first encounter that a mutant is able to defeat you. So we have the fire built here. So we can go ahead and use E to light it. Now make sure you're not standing on it because you will catch on fire and it's a bit aggravating. And deers and animals also walk through it, so you may get free food every now and then. If you hit L, you can go ahead and get rid of your lighter. So now that I have a fire going, I need to get me some food cooked. I'll come over here to these sticks earlier, and I'll pick them up. I hit I, go into my inventory, and equip it using the left mouse click. And now I'm able to hunt for fish with the spear. Or not really hunt for fish. I don't guess you hunt for fish. You just kind of, I don't know. But you see here, I was able to spear 2 fish with one thing. It may just give me 1, but there's 2 fish there. Seems like 2 fish roam together. If you go in the water, you're not actually able to, if you go too far in, you're actually swimming, so you're not able to actually get the fish, or you're not able to use your spear. So there's 3 fish. 3 fish is the maximum that you can hold in your inventory. So what you want to do is you want to come back up here to your fire. You want to take it with the left mouse click, bring it to your fire, hit C to cook it. Now while that's cooking, you can see it there on the fire. It'll change colors and it'll give you an icon to press E to be able to eat it. See, the deer just walked through it, and now that deer is going to die. But the E icon you see there, that's to stoke the fire with leaves, and it ran through it again. What the fuck? That's the second one. We got some flaming Bambis, guys. And you see it died there, which is unfortunate, because I haven't. So I find this really aggravating, because the same button to stoke the fire is the same button to grab your fish off the fire. So sometimes it takes a while. You gotta kind of walk around and get into good position. So now I have my health full. I have my fire pit. I have my shelter. So I'll go ahead and come here and save my game using C. Screen goes black for a little bit, and now I'm back here. So if I do happen to die or I want to quit the game, I can just load my game up through the main menu. So now we'll go ahead and open up the book here, and we'll talk a bit more about fires and shelters. So you can make a temporary shelter, which I don't recommend. I recommend going straight for the hunting shelter and the fire pit. And that's mainly all you need for the basics of starting out in this game. They're very simple to make, and it doesn't really take too much time. So that's the main basics to what you need to know to really get started in this game. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the video here, and then I will start up a new video explaining more into the game. I'm going to do it that way, so I don't have an hour-long video that doesn't really cover much. And this gives me multiple ways to be able to get the perfect video going. That way, you know, there's not 30 minutes of footage that's just completely useless of me running and hiding. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's going to be more to come. Please leave a like and subscribe. And also, if there's any games that you guys want me to test out, just you can either send me a message or just put them in the comments, and I will be sure to check those out. So, hope you guys liked the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. See you in the next one.